All right, so it's been over 2 years since I've done anything, and I'm on night float this month, and I can't sleep, so we'll talk, and you'll eat with me, because that's what I'm doing right now. I just got water, and a huge McCafe coffee that I had before I came in. We'll talk about chicken quesadilla. Can't even see that. Let's look at it. Chicken quesadilla. I'm only going to have a couple pieces of. I'm trying to not be fat. A little salad. And then these, which are my new favorite. Oh snap. Pickled green beans. They are delicious. Just like they're little beans in little package. And, likewise. So good. Alright, so it's been a minute of me just talking about nonsense. So, let's get down to the point. So I know that it's been a couple of years since I've done anything. I'm now at the tail end of my second year, and I think the last time I updated this was on the beginning of my first year. And I said I was going to be more regular with it, but I wasn't. So here we are. So, currently, in the second year of residency. It's June, so this is my last month of the second year, and then I go to year 3 out of 3. I know I said I was going to debate going back into OB or not, but I think ultimately I've decided against it at this point because as much as I like to pretend that I'm like the workaholic type and that's all I care about is my career and my job and like getting patients taken care of, I realize that I'm really not that dedicated to it. To live the life of an OB resident where we work all the time. I like having a little bit of balance. I like having time off. I like being able to go to concerts, like being able to go to music festivals, spur of the moment. I do actually like a little bit of me time. And so I think I'm going to be okay with not doing that again. What I've decided to do is do hospitalist. I'm finding that I really like acute care more, but not from an ER standpoint where the patient could be coming in after a gunshot wound, 7-person motor vehicle accident, or someone who's dead on arrival. I don't like that. That really makes me uncomfortable. I go to all the traumas that I can when I'm on that service. I try to get exposure, but ultimately it's just not for me. So I'm going to do hospitalist. It's like an extension of the ER. So, if you find someone who's not sick enough to go home and be by themselves, tee them up for a couple of days, get them out, and then hopefully they do well. So that's where I'm at right now. The thing that I'm debating with that I've actually kind of decided to do is to do a hospitalist fellowship off of family medicine. So in family medicine, we get a lot of outpatient training when we don't get as much inpatient training as I would like. So there's a 1-year fellowship off of family med we can do to get more inpatient exposure. So just a solid year of just inpatient medicine and some electives and some critical care stuff for people who want to do open ICU and get more exposure that way. So I think that's the route I'm heading. So over the next course of the year, I'm going to apply into a hospitalist fellowship. There's 14 of them around the country right now that are open to family medicine family medicine graduates. I like hospitalists. I like acute care, but I don't like super acute care, like ER acute care. And I like hospitalists because everything is at your disposal. You can call the cardiologist, or you can call the neurologist, or you can call your endocrine buddies, or you can call surgery, you can call trauma, ortho, anything like that, ICU. And you have all the expertise and all the knowledge right at your fingertips, right at your disposal. The patient has a problem, you can get a stat EKG, you can get stat labs, you can get imaging, CTs, X-rays, everything, ultrasound, and you can get it all done within an appropriate amount of time. You don't have to fight insurance companies to get it approved. You just do it, and then if it's clinically indicated, obviously, and then kind of take it from there. So I really like that. I really like the idea of that level of care. And ideally would like to find a gate that's 7 on, 7 off, which is a big drawing point to the hospitalist field right now, and I think that I would enjoy that week off. I think that it would be a lot of fun for me to travel, take some me time, work on some stuff. Bought a Jeep Wrangler about a year ago, so I have a lot of work with that. I'm trying to get it, aesthetically and mechanically where I want it to be. and it's not there yet, but we'll talk about that another time. And then pursue additional training in aesthetic medicine, which is another one of my huge interests right now. I just started working with a doc recommended Aesthetics Exposed. It is kind of all the things about how to do the Botox and the fillers and the laser light treatments and the chemical peels and all that thing. Because I really feel that ultimately my destination in life is to do that, is to be a cosmetic doc and just befriend housewives and just inject them and make everybody look pretty, with a huge component of cosmetic and aesthetic skin care at the same time. Because I really think you got to take care of yourself, man. You really got to work on your sunscreen. You can't get sunburned. You can't get tan. No tanning beds. How does all that play into it with the diet, and what kind of treatments and products and acne cleansers and things like that. I think acne care is a lot of fun for me because I had a terrible time with it as a kid. I was on the Accutane medication twice, but ultimately, the dermatologists that I've worked with have all said that I have good skin. So I guess it worked out in the end, but it was just miserable at the time. So I really like it and I understand it because I went through it. So that's kind of the route I'm taking in my life at this point. Residency year 1 and 2 have been fun. Intern year sucks. You're busy all the time. Second year is okay. It's a little weird. You're in the middle. You don't really know. You want to do more, but you can't. But you want to, and then you're like, maybe I shouldn't because I don't actually know. So I've been struggling with that this year, but it's fun to be about to be third year, about to be done with everything. I'm very excited to move forward and kind of see what I can't get into. So for the next year, we're going to focus on how to get into a fellowship and kind of like my experience with that and what I'm doing on the side in terms of trying to pursue aesthetic medicine and get additional training in that. Because it's a really unregulated field right now, and I'm finding that the one aesthetic doc I found was family med trained and now runs like a med spa. And she was very nice and very helpful, but was ultimately concerned because I guess she wasn't really looking to train anybody who wasn't thinking long-term with their practice. And coming out of residency, I have loans. I need to work for a private institution, and I can't just jump into private practice right away. So I got a couple of things I need to work on. She was a little uncomfortable with bringing somebody in to the business model who wasn't going to stay with her because it sounds like it's a competitive field. People go and train in one area and then run to the different practice or get all the secrets and then open up down the street. So I see where she's coming from, but it was kind of a bummer that it didn't work out for me in that way. But I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to keep studying. I got a couple other dermatologists in my back pocket to try and get back in with and work with and see what I can get into. So night shift is fun. I'm obsessed with night shift. I love it. I love being on call. I love working through the night. All you do is problem solve. You get people tucked in until the day. It's great. It's great. And if people have problems, you got to go see them. You got to solve it and do that. Anyone gets admitted, boom, you're done. Go get them admitted, get them tucked in, bring all your consultants on board, get all their meds ordered, get them stable. It's a lot of fun. I really like night shift, but it's messing up my sleep schedule, man. I really want to sleep. Last night, I came in at 7:30 at night, and I didn't leave until 1 o'clock in the afternoon because I had no B who came in, and so I had to manage her and deliver her overnight, and so that took longer than expected, and then I had to come back in tonight to do it all over again. And I'm in clinic tomorrow morning, so I won't get out of here until 1 o'clock after being on night shift all week, and then trying to reset, and then I'm off for Saturday and Sunday day. I come back Sunday night. It's Thursday night, Friday morning now. I don't know who I am. I don't know what's going on. I want to sleep, but I can't. And it's a lot, man. But it's fun. I love night shift. There's no clinic, which is great. There's very little follow-up. You just kind of get people admitted, and you get them tucked in, and you solve their problems, and then you help your day team out. And it's super great. But more to come on that. We'll do night shift, maybe 1 or 2 more updates I'd like to do, and then I'm doing a gyne elective next month, which is just for more knowledge and more experience next month. So we'll see how that goes. And we'll move towards graduation. We'll move towards boards, and we'll move towards pursuing a hospitalist fellowship. So that's it. That's what I got. Let's talk in a couple weeks, and we'll see where I'm at with this night shift thing, because I'm about done with it. But I love it. I just want to reset my sleep schedule. I just really want to sleep, but I can't, so I'm a little miserable. But whatever. Thanks for paying attention. I'll link all my social media in the bottom if you want to follow it. It's more day-to-day stuff. also more personal stuff because I like to do stuff like that. So let me know. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll try and be more regular with this one. Promise.